Okay, I'm going to show you now how to create a form to use as an assignment. You'll notice that I'm starting from my Google Drive, and I'm going to click now on New. I'm going to pull down to More, and then the Google Forms is going to be the program that I'm going to use to do this. First thing you're going to notice is that you've got some form settings at the top. I always click the required Shenandoah login to view on this form. That way, if whoever doesn't give us their name on their assignment, then it's automatically going to give that. Also, if somebody decides to maybe do the assignment for somebody else or type somebody else's name in there, it's going to show exactly who it is that it came from. So we're going to automatically collect the respondent's Shenandoah K-12 username. I don't care about the progress at the bottom of the form. It doesn't really matter to me, but if it's like a long assignment, it might be important to click that. Allow one response per person. Yes, we're going to do that. And then shuffle the question order. That would be something that you would do if that's going to be something you're going to do if it's you've got people taking the same tests who are sitting by each other. It's going to make it a little bit harder for them to copy off of each other. First thing I'm going to do is title the form. We're working on Beethoven and music, so I'm going to call this my Beethoven quiz. And then usually what I do for the first question, I usually want to know what their name is. Obviously, if you're going to shuffle the questions, it's going to screw that up just a little bit. But anyway, I usually start with name. You can just use the Shenandoah login, but it's going to be their email address. And sometimes I'm not as clever at figuring out who those came from, so I usually have name be the first one. And that's going to be a text answer, so I'm going to change this to text. And then when they see the quiz, there'll be a box there for them to type their name in there. You can, up here, you can also give them a little help here, and I'll just put first name and last. Okay, so they know to type in both their first name and last name. Now, it's kind of goofy the way they've got this. They have this word done up here when I really think it should be down just a little bit further below. We're going to add a second question to this, and just whatever you want to put in there will work. I'm going to put in here a question about Beethoven. Okay, so now I've got a question in there about Beethoven. Oh, I misspelled Beethoven, so I need to add an extra E in there. And then this box here gives you the type of questions that you can choose from. Text answers is usually just like a 1 or 2 word text answer. Paragraph text is going to give them a box to write their answers in and maybe encourage them to write a full paragraph instead of just 1 or 2 words. Multiple choice, which is what most of my questions are. Check boxes. That would be a type of question if you wanted to give them a list of words to choose from and they checked all the words that applied. Same thing, choose from a list. It's going to work very similarly to that. Not exactly sure what scale and grid do. I've never used those, date or time, either one of those things. But you'll have to kind of play with them and see how those work. Like I said, most of mine are multiple choice or paragraph text or check boxes. So if I was going to have them write an answer, just a short answer, I'm going to push paragraph text or text. If I'm going to have them choose from 4 different cities or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and push multiple choice. So I'm going to give out some choices here. Okay, and let's go with a couple more here. And let's see, one more. Obviously a couple of these answers are not choices, but anyway, that gives you an idea how that works, and goes pretty slick how it works. I like to push required. This is a required question. If you don't push required question, then they'll be able to skip over the question if they don't know the answer. And you can kind of decide how you want to do that. All right, so let's say we've put in 5 or 6 questions. of different type. Then I'm going to push done. Okay, and now this is ready to be used as a quiz. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to view the live form. So if you come up here to this menu bar, I can click on view the live form. This is what their test is going to look like. And what I'm going to want to do next, before I go and create my assignment, I'm going to want to copy that address to use in my Google Classroom. Now that I've got that copied, I can go to my Google Classroom. I'm going to open up a new frame, click on Google Classroom. So now I'm into my Google Classroom. I'm going to use this in my general music class. So I'll click on general music day 1. And so I'm going to come down here and create a new assignment. And I'm going to call this assignment the Beethoven quiz. And what I'm going to have to do next is put a link in there for that. And I've already copied it from before. So now I'm going to paste that link in there, click add, and next I would go ahead and assign that assignment. Don't forget to click, if you're going to do this for multiple classes, you're going to want to click the multiple classes before you go ahead and assign this, and then you can go ahead and assign it. Now, when they click into the class and it comes time to take the quiz, I'm going to wait for it to come up here. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on the form, Beethoven quiz. It's going to come up for them to take their quiz. Okay, first thing that they're going to, whoops, this isn't the live form. Should have been the live form that we got. No, we must have photocopied the wrong one. Well, anyway, it should have been the live form that came up. If you have any questions, feel free to stop in and I can help you do this. Then there are all kinds of options you can do once they've taken the quiz. There are some automatic grading things that you can do. I haven't really gotten to the point where I'm comfortable doing that, but if I gave more quizzes and tests where I actually utilize that information, I probably would be more into trying to figure out how all that worked.